All right. Well, what's going on with this, with YouTube? What's happening? I'm here. We're doing things. We're not playing Euro Truck, and I will hit YouTube for daring to suggest that I am. Aha, you can hear me. I can hear myself and hear myself. It's because the stream. I'm keeping an eye on the stream, but not anymore. Okay, you can go away now, YouTube. There. And we are going to get cracking into some Dark Souls. The Remastered edition, of course. So, some of you might have seen when I played Dark Souls over on Twitch. I played Scholar of the First Sin all the way through, all the DLC. That was a lot of fun. So I figured now that I got my hands on no, not the Knight. No, what am I doing? So I figure now that I got my hands on the remastered version, might as well go and play that here on YouTube because, you know, why the hell not? So we're gonna keep things. No, I didn't want to do that. We're gonna keep things pretty simple as far as character creation goes, and our playthrough of the game will be a little different though. I'm just gonna make, you know, a total like anime chick right here because why not? Give her some blue hair. She's clearly gonna be the protagonist. There we go. That's about right. Let's see. Want her young. Make her right in the middle of the androgynous there. Or she gonna be strong. Like my androgynous chicks. Got a real soft spot for androgyny. Alright, let me see how this sounds. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Anyways, I'm just gonna assume it sounds good, and if it doesn't, someone can tell me, and, well, if not, if no one tells me anything, that means no one's watching anything, and that means no one's gonna care. It's a catch-22, you see there. Okay, so we picked our gift as the Master Key because we are going to be doing a little sequence breaking. That's right, we're not going to play through the game entirely as designed. We're going to actually go through a lot of it, at least the first half, backwards. This is inspired by a great run on YouTube that someone something or other did, where he did a run of everything possible before the Bell Gargoyles. We're going to take that and do a very similar run, but I'm just going to extend it to being everything possible before Anne or Londo. We're probably going to save the Gargoyles for last anyways, just for shits and giggles, before doing Sun's Fortress. And then we're going to double back after Sun's Fortress and do something else. I've adjusted accordingly based on my knowledge of my personal skill level in the game, and my knowledge and know-how and capabilities and stuff. So it's going to be like that run. It's going to be a little different. And, of course, we'll actually be completing the game. Artorias the Abyss stuff included, of course. So I'm going to shut the fuck up. You're going to watch the intro, and we're going to get right into it. I'll see you in a few.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold. Life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Alright, motherfuckers. Let's hit the road running. So, we're just gonna tear through the Undead Asylum. We don't need to, like, waste time jerking off around here. Welcome, Arby. Thanks for showing up. Glad you came out. This is gonna be a fun evening. Like, I know all these tutorial messages. I know how it all goes. It's literally just a biding of time. Welcome, friends. How is it going? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming out for the stream. Well, welcome. I'm glad that my my sending of the links helped. How is the volume for you guys? Does it, is it decently balanced? Is the game too loud? Am I too loud? How's it looking? Because it's hard for me to check on that. Who the fuck is that? Okay, volume is good here. Excellent. Glad to hear it. So, then let's press on. So, I'm decent at Dark Souls. I'll say that. I'm not amazing. I'm not bad. I'm decent. And I'm definitely not in any shape to take on the Asylum Demon right now. I know there's, like, some people who can, but, like, we don't even need that. We're not even going to bother lighting that bonfire. But you know what I'm going to. Like, we don't need this bonfire. We don't need that other one either, because I'm not going to die here. But I'm going to light it for later, because when we come back in the second visit to get the doll and fight the stray demon, we may need it there, because like I said, I'm not amazing at the game, so like when I face the Black Knights, I might you know, have a few difficulties, because the Asylum Black Knights are tough. Why did I do that? The Asylum Black Knights are tough because, like, when you come back, there's one that stands, like, right here, and there's one in your old cell, and, like, there's not much maneuverability, so you can't really, like, cheese backstabs like I like to do. And, yeah, the reason it's so dark is actually because that is the way I'm playing it. I have my brightness settings on, like, 3, because I have a Sweet Effects mod running on this, and I want it to be appropriately cinematic and dark, as it were. The game is called Dark Souls, after all. Never got past the Asylum Demon, man. Well, you're gonna see the what wonderful things lurk past the Asylum Demon, because we're gonna hit that ass to town and back. But first, the first kind gentleman in the game, we're gonna say hi to him.
Oh, you. You're no hollow.
I don't know, what do I look like?
I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll
Why?
die soon, then lose my sanity.
Why?
I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you?
I'm always tempted to say no to him, just to be a dick. Yeah, all the enemy placements are the same, item placements, everything is the same, it just looks a little sexier. It's not like Scholar of the First Sin with, like, brand new enemies and some lore-breaking enemies. I mean, I appreciated the remixes of stuff in Scholar of the First Sin, but some of it was kind of silly, like the Executioner's Chariot and Lothric Castle. But now everything's just the same, this is just a facelift.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit.
No?
There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart.
You sure?
Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Get my Sunny D, what up?
Oh, and this.
You were just hiding that for dramatic effect.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now. And thank you.
Yeah, got my drink. Now, I've been, like, playing around with the game for the past few days to, like, get reacquainted before I streamed and made myself look like an idiot or not. And I did try one thing where, like, I killed him here, and I got 200 souls for it. I'm not sure if you still absorb his souls when you walk away, and he dies normally, not by your hand, because, truth be told, I never paid attention. But I don't want video evidence of me killing Oscar of Astora on stream, so I'm not going to test that, and we're just going to see what happens if he dies normally. If I still get my boy's souls. Okay, you get 100 souls. Maybe you get 100 souls normally. I don't know. But you still get the souls. Okay, now I know. Hey, bud. Oof. Alright. Yeah, these guys, don't you worry about these guys. The game, you know what, like, I've been reading a lot of different, like, people saying a lot of different things about the Souls games. And for someone who's good at it, I am not going to claim that these games are easy. A lot of people like to be like, once they get good, they like to be like, oh, Dark Souls is so easy, blah, 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 blah. It's not. It's definitely a challenging game, and your first Souls game will always be your most challenging. In my case, my first Souls game was this one. Wow, he survived that. But I hate when people say they're easy. They're not. What it is you have to learn how to play by the game's rules. Once you learn how to play by the game's rules and understand that if you don't do that, they will make you their bitch, then it becomes easier to cope with. Like, once you understand the basic ways things work and start to learn the ins and outs, then they become easier. But they never become easy. You just gotta learn how to work with the game. You can't make this game work for you. You have to work for it. Now, we're gonna do a little something here for those of you who may not have ever beaten the Asylum Demon. This little exploit here. Make it a little easier. Instead of a normal dropping attack, you can do the, two-handed R2, jumping R2 attack, and you can basically do like double the damage of it. It's a little bit of an exploit. It works really well on him and the Taurus Demon. And yeah, I'm going no shield here to show off. I could do this fight without getting hit, but I'm being a show-off right now. There you go. I know I said, oh, I'm not going to show off or anything by saying, oh, I'm good at this game, but I immediately proceed to take the Asylum Demon on without a shield. Whoops! Well, that's on me. The other day I had a good run against him where I ran him with no shield and I didn't get hit once. And that's the thing, like, that's what amazes me, like, you watch the people who are good at these games, and they make them look so easy. I've been watching a lot of, like, people run through these games in a lot of different ways, and I guess a lot of it is just learning. Again, it becomes easier once you learn how the game plays and how to work with it, and then once you understand how to, work within the game's systems, then you can learn how to make it easier for yourself. If you're able to figure out the exploits, not even exploits, but just what the game allows you to do, and once you learn what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do, things end up becoming a lot easier for you. But I'm going to eat those words in a second once we hit Lordran, because the run that I have planned out to get our first weapon, because we're going to be ditching the longsword in a little bit, is very risky, and I've seen people do it without getting hit, without dying. There's a good chance we will. If fate smiles on us, we might survive. But we're probably going to die a few times in the way because we're going down to the Catacombs. And for those of you who know what that means, you know it's going to be fun. So time for a cutscene.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
That was a terrible, terrible joke. That was bad, and you should feel bad. Listen, real quick, my headset battery is, let's see, Kenshin, you did mention a Discord server you were on a few weeks back. We should get Orgy Fest. I'm on a few different Discord servers, related to a few different things. But, yeah, it's, I posted this in a few of them that I'm on. Hold on. I'm gonna have to, like, totally, reboot the game real quick, because my headset battery is hella low. My headset battery's hella low, and it's not transmitting the sound it's not transmitting the sound to me. You guys probably can't hear it either. So what I'm gonna need to do is just quickly reboot the game to do that. I'm gonna still be with you. Don't worry, that's still gonna be a thing. But I'm just gonna cut that. In the meantime, hi. This is me filling in time while I charge my headset battery. Unless, well, I could put it on my TV, but then you're gonna hear echo, and no one wants to hear echo because echo sucks. I don't play. I prefer not to use any of the glitches in the games if I can help it. I haven't checked to see if it has any of the exploits still. To be honest, I'd rather just, like, not mess with that. Just because I don't like using exploits and glitches. But it is worth checking on. For sure. Let me see. Am I getting my audio? Okay, good. Alright, my headset's charged up enough. It's a Bluetooth headset. Yeah, I know. It sounds amazing and everything. You fell through the world trying to get to a boss in Dark Souls 3. Which boss was it? I'm just curious which boss ended up totally screwing you like that. Because there's a hell of a lot of bosses in Dark Souls 3. Not as many as Dark Souls 2. But Dark Souls 3 still has a lot of bosses. Yeah, I know. You don't have to tell me. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, the Bed of Chaos, dude. I'm not looking forward to that. Oh, it was the dancer? Oh, dude. Remember taking one of the earlier bosses fall straight off the arena into... Yeah, dude, ridiculous. Yeah, dude. Dark Souls 2 is just butt-loaded with bosses, and they're not all great. In fact, a lot of them aren't good at all. Alright, back to business. So, what we're going to be doing is taking a quick run around here, and... Reminder, this is going to be a slightly different run than a usual, Undead Burg to Undead Parish and Gargoyles and down to Darkroot kind of run. This is going to kind of go in reverse and then a little bit else all over the place. But right now, I'm just going to gather up some items from around here. Arby, I'm on Discord pretty often, providing I have the depression spoons to be on, and usually it takes up my time when I'm in class because I fucking hate my media courses that I'm in because they're incredibly disappointing. I thought they were going to teach me how to become a filmmaker, and instead we're just jerking off over centuries-old philosophers, and it sucks. So I usually just hang out in a couple of the servers that I'm on and just talk to people and just bide my time, if you will. Alright. Petrus is over there. We'll talk to him real quick. Like, I don't want to waste time talking to NPCs in this.
I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thoroland.
But...
Have you business with us?
At the same time...
I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
At the same time, I don't want to, like, completely steamroll them for those who have never seen, like, some of these interactions, like people who've never played the game, or people who've just not known about them. So I think we're still going to do the interactions with the NPCs. Not like this one run I had the other day that I was playing where I like where I killed everyone I came across. I just played like a berserker character with like max strength stats and stuff, and I just like wiped the floor with everyone I came across.
Hello there.
It was rude.
I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
I hate when he gives that to us, man. It feels like such a placation. Like, oh, you want a Capricorn? Here you go.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this?
He's like, oh boy, I want to get rid of you. I just I gotta be here. It's just when he says, oh, how about this? It's like he's mentally running through his list of ways he can like get rid of you and get you to go away. I mean, granted, Petrus is a complete asshole, so like maybe that's why, but it cracks me up. So we're just gonna enter the Way of White just because I don't know if it progresses the quest or not, but we're gonna be bailing on this. So we're gonna join the Chaos Servants later, but there's no consequence for leaving the Way of White, so even though I don't have a magic build and definitely not a miracle build, we're just gonna say yes to him.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
So we're just gonna say yes. Abandons former covenant. We don't have one, so we're fine to do that.
Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts.
Yeah, I considered doing a pyro build because I've never actually done one, but I don't know. I just don't like casting. To me, it's not nearly as fun as just being involved, you know?
My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm.
Now, here we can ask him about the undead mission. We got to pay him like 400 souls for him to tell us. The soul count goes up in relation to your level. We're not going to do that. You don't need it to progress the quest. Basically, it just says they're looking for the rite of kindling, which allows you to progress bonfires to a higher level. So I know that already. We know that you get that from Pinwheel, so we don't need to have him tell us.
Mission. Regrettably, I cannot share that with you.
Unless you pay me.
You are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
Not a chance, boss.
I'm afraid that may be difficult, for our missions are sacred.
Alright, we got everything we need from him.
The effectiveness...
So, this is like the Legend of Zelda area, I call it, because you can just totally, like... Every time, it's so satisfying, and it's great. Especially because, like, they didn't have the greatest grasp of how to use Havoc physics. So, like, it's amazing. Right, so what we're also going to do before we head down to the Catacombs is take a quick trip down to the new Londo Ruins, but that's going to theoretically be a suicide run, so we're going to need to go and grab some Homeward Bones. Thankfully, Petrus keeps a stash of Homeward Bones and some other things right here. That's going to be more than enough to help us out. It's going to be a shock for people when they go back and play Dark Souls 1. Yeah, dude, I heard about them adding the bonfire next to Vamos as well. I think, like, I know people were joking, like, they were like, okay, who fucking died to Pinwheel? I think they added the bonfire for accessibility reasons once you get the Lord Vessel, because Vamos is a pretty hard to reach blacksmith, and for someone who's a resource to be hard to reach, it's, you know, like, Andre's easy to reach, Vamos is not. So I feel like having the bonfire right there is just an accessibility thing. Not needed, but at the same time, it's not a big deal that it's, like, there or not. And as for, like, the layouts to these games, in all honesty, like, Dark Souls 1 has a super intuitive layout to it. Like, it's well laid out. you just kind of explore and you get to learn, like, you learn the way of the lay of the land just by playing. At first it's confusing and everything seems to go in all sorts of crazy directions, but the more you play, the more you get used to how it's all laid out, and the more you realize everything, like, effectively connects and loops back in on itself. Which is why replaying Dark Souls 1 is so much fun. Don't even fucking talk about the transition from Earthen Keep to fucking from Earthen Peak to Iron Keep. That's the most cockamamie bullshit I've ever seen in my life. You, like, go up a ladder, an elevator, and all of a sudden you're in a goddamn volcano. Like, I know time is convoluted in Drang Lake in the same way it's convoluted in Lordran, but that was a real fucking stretch. That was embarrassing. That was a real fucking stretch. Like, that shattered my immersion right there. Whereas everything else in Dark Souls 1 really, really works to keep you involved. I don't think people appreciate this fucking guy enough. Like, get a load of him. He is loving it. He's like, he's checking out New Londo, and he's just like, man, damn, this place is nice. Like, I almost feel bad for killing him. He's just, he's just having a great time. Just like, this fucking guy right here, man. If I wasn't an asshole, I wouldn't kill him, but I need the souls. There is a blacksmith down here. He's a pretty alright guy, but I don't want to waste time talking to NPCs we won't be interacting with, and he doesn't even have a story, so I don't use him. The only two blacksmiths I use are Andre and the giant blacksmith in Anor Londo. Like, I don't even... Like, that's the thing, like, with Vamos, like, I don't even bother with him. Like, I've unlocked him before just for the sake of unlocking him, but, like, I don't use him. I don't have any need for him with my builds that I use, so, like, I don't even bother with Vamos. At the same time, though, I feel bad because I love his voice so much, and I just kind of want to, like, unlock him just to hear his voice. So we will be coming back down to New Londo once we're done with everything in the Catacombs, briefly through use of the Master Key. But right now, this is our theoretical suicide run. Oh, that was my bad. And yes, he might have been praying to a pot. That's entirely possible. So what we're down here to get is a Firekeeper soul that will reinforce our Estus Flask early, that will give us a stronger heal, so that once we move into the Catacombs, we stand a better chance of surviving as we need to heal ourselves up. So this part is hella dangerous, because even with the transient curse, these ghosts are gonna whoop our ass. And this is the worst bit. You have to make it across this narrow-ass bridge between these guys. Oh god, okay. And... Nope! Oh god, we're gonna die. Oh shit! Oh god! You guys have no clue how close that was. I know it didn't look like it, but those ghosts have hella range with their daggers, and they can totally fuck up your homeward bound teleport. I thought I was done for there. Oh man, that was lucky. Alright. We're gonna go and get the Estus Flask reinforced. This will help us down in the Catacombs a little bit. And next up, we're carrying a sizable amount of souls for early game, and the Catacombs is definitely a place you can lose those. So I'm going to actually spend them here. You need 14 and 14 strength and dex to wield the weapon we're going after anyways, so putting them in there right now is like perfect, because not only will you be able to wield the weapon as soon as you get it, but it also lowers the risk of how many souls you'll be losing once you go down to the Catacombs, which is pretty sweet. Now, if we're lucky, we will make this run through the Catacombs in one go, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be very, very unlikely. But a man can hope. Usually the difficulty occurs about halfway through, once you start getting clusterfucked by skeletons. The skeletons on their own are kind of a pain in the ass. Then there's necromancers who, like, own them and keep bringing them back unless you kill the necromancers. And you're not in any position to, like, fight these guys as it stands. So, it's all about just booking it and praying to tits that you can make it through everything. Alright, this is the first one that could be a little dicey, because there's a necromancer right here. Okay. Now comes the part where it's going to be a concern where... Yep! Okay. Oh, yep, see, this is what I'm talking about. Shit. Yeah. Yes, yeah, I was, like, blocked in there. There was no way I was making it out of that. Which totally sucked, but, like, that's okay. Because the Catacombs is, like, it's still totally a suicide run. So, it's dying there is a totally expected thing. My charging cord keeps falling out of my headphones, so I keep having to, like, put it back in when I get the chance. So, yeah, dying there was expected. But thankfully, we don't have to go into that chamber again, so there's far less chances of getting trapped by skellies, which is sweet. That one is always tough, because you have to maybe fight the skellies. You could hope to try and fight the necromancer, but you're probably going to get hit from the back from the skeletons. It doesn't matter. We're not going to be in the catacombs to stay. We're just down there to get literally one thing. And that one thing will see us through literally the rest of the game. Did I say literally enough? It's my favorite weapon of all time in this game. It's just, I like that you can go down here and the developers give you that option to, like, test yourself and go into some place that's dangerous. Like, most developers will attempt to, like, shield you from yourself and wouldn't let you go down here, but in this case, if you're brave enough and you have enough ability to do so, you're entirely welcome to hit the catacombs. Okay. Thank God. Okay, if I can... No. I totally should heal. I really need to heal. But... Ah, you fuck! I didn't think the necromancer was going to take the opportunity to fire me. I thought... I forgot. I didn't know when he stopped to attack. I thought I had enough time, because there is a certain amount of pre-programmed run time that the necromancer has, where, like, they'll bail from where they are on the cliffside and run deeper into the cave. I thought I had enough time in between. Oh well, no big deal. There is literally, yeah, that's true. There is literally no shame in dying in the catacombs at this point, because, like, that's an end game area. We're actually not going for the sword. We're going for something else. But it is a dash for a weapon, yes. A very, very mad dash. Aw, rude. They're probably gonna, like, drop down and ruin my day. Oh, they're hot on my ass. Oh, Jesus. Usually I don't get struck by that one in the first area of the stairs there, so that threw off the pacing a little bit. Now I'm worried. Okay, that was alright. Necromancer Fireball dodged. Oh, come on. Yep, nice. They usually have a little difficulty with that. Ow. I'm gonna... Yeah, I know you're waiting there, bud. Let me just take those souls real quick. Yeah, listen, I know you're in a hurry, so am I. Okay, good. Usually if I can get to this point, I have no problem getting to what's after it. But, you know, who knows? These heads could explode and totally ruin my run. Okay, he just stood there. That was great. Excuse me, sir. Ow. I just get this because I'm cocky. Why did I lock on? Ooh. The only thing that could ruin me now is going to be the frame drop that I get when I cross this bridge. Because it could happen. Because Yep, see, it's gonna freeze. And that's gonna give these guys a chance to really ruin my day. But if I can... Yes! Alright! We got it. We got it. We did it. Let's get the fuck out of... Oh, come on. Where's the fucking... Where's my... Oh, God. Oh, God. Where is it? 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 No. No, come on. Jesus Christ. Okay. We did it. Catacombs run is complete. Whew. All right. With our souls intact, nonetheless. Beautiful. And there it is. My bay. The Great Scythe. Love this fucking thing. It's gonna serve us. It's gonna take us all the way through to the end of the game. It's gonna be our priority to level this thing up, like, more than anything. More so than even our own character's level. Like, we're gonna get this thing leveled up ASAP. Now, before we... Oh my god, I'm gonna, like, kill myself if this charger keeps coming out of my headset. Because every time it does, I gotta take my headset off and, like, put it back in, and it's really lame. So, before we go and head into the rest of everything, we're gonna do the graveyard run. This is just to pick up some goodies and be greedy, basically. I don't really need anything that comes from here. I save all of my soul consumables, save for a handful, until I get the covetous serpent ring, and then I, like, blow them all at once. This isn't gonna go well. Okay, maybe that's alright. Like, I have no use for the binoculars, but I'll be damned if I don't go grab them. The only thing I refuse to get on a semi-consistent basis is the Ring of Sacrifice. Yeah, you know what? I don't need this. I hardly use Homeward Bones, so when I use them early game, there is no shame in it to me. Yeah, dude, I gotta have all the loot, especially for the soul consumables. The only thing I don't go get is the Ring of Sacrifice, because I hate that fucking jump. I think it's one of the worst jumps in the game. It's just so rude. It's so shitty. And it's, like, literally right around the corner from the bonfire, but it's just, it sucks so hard. Alright, get the winged spear, and then we can book it. Excuse me. Oh, rude. Rude. Rude, 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 rude. This guy might try and ruin our day. He tried. Alright, yeah, we're getting totally followed. What am I playing on? What do you mean? PC. But I'm playing with a PS3 controller. Yeah, dude, those skeletons were, like, stoked. They were, like, they had me on the edge of a cliff. They thought it was game time, and I just bailed. It's pretty satisfying. But yeah, the only item I don't go consistently getting is that one right there. It's the Ring of Sacrifice. I have no use for it, and getting it is just way too dangerous. Like, I could get it now with the amount of souls I have, but like, if you die going over there, your soul sign ends up there, and if you fuck up the jump again, you lose all your souls. It's just not worth it. Also, let's say hi to the Crestfallen Warrior real quick.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But
No.
There's no salvation here.
Well,
You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out.
yeah, please.
There are actually 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town.
Oh, Blight
Do them
Town.
both, and something happened. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
This guy actually puts up a hell of a fight if you try and fight him. Like, Petrus, you can whoop his ass pretty good. This guy actually puts up a fight. It's pretty great.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
So basically, this guy just introduces you to the concept of humanity and hollowing.
Well,
I just want to follow through his story, basically, because he does have a mild story. He basically says, yeah, you can get it through killing people, you can get summoned, or you can just find it. And he kind of implies that he might have killed people for his humanity. And then he just gives you an idea of where to go. So, and I have completed Blight Town in a single go. If you don't believe me, check out the Dark Souls Within the Flame Let's Play I did a few years back on my channel. It's incomplete. I never got around to finishing it. But in it, I did Blight Town all in a single go without dying, and it's still one of my greatest Souls accomplishments. Alright. Anyways, we are... So for those who've not played Dark Souls before, as I know there is some of you in here, the normal route to go is up into the Undead Burg, which is up those stairs there, and up that cliffside, into that waterway there, and into the Undead Burg, which is right there. We are not going to go that way. No, we will come around and go full circle. But, not right now. Yeah, I don't know how I made it through Blight Town without dying on that run. Like, it was just super solid. You can check the video. It's on my channel still as proof to show that I'm not lying. It's, like I said, I'm hella proud of it, even though I don't know how I did it. I just got really lucky. I mean, I still don't like Blight Town, even though I apparently mastered it. Like, as shown how I made it through without dying, but I don't know, man, Blight Town sucks. Alright, so back in the New Londo Ruins, and we're gonna immediately leave the New Londo Ruins. Nice. Into the Valley of the Drakes. No, we are not going through the exit to Blight Town, into Blight Town to face Quelaag. That's much later. I'm a man. I mean, why would you ever play in the order they intend where you could just not and break everything? Yeah, exactly. There is an intended order, but I think because of the game's design, the intended order, you're encouraged to, once you know how to play the game, you're encouraged to just take the intended order and throw it out the window. Because if you care enough to replay the game, then clearly you're good enough to take on the challenge that going out of order would provide. I would argue that the majority of the game is not hell, actually. Like, once you get used to it, the majority of the game's pretty fair. Yeah, that's the undead dragon. Yes, we're not fucking with it, because I hate that thing. There are some parts that are way worse than others, but at the end, like Dark Souls 2, that game is hell, mainly because it was constructed with the wrong design philosophies in mind. They thought more enemies made it harder. They didn't understand that the game was so... Wow, why did... Okay, that was not on me. I pressed the button to block, and my character literally rolled. That was really rude, and I don't know why that happened. But I'm just gonna tell you right now, I did not intentionally roll into that lightning. That was literally a controller issue. I don't know how or why, but my dude rolled into the lightning. That was really disgusting. My finger was nowhere near the circle button, I promise you. Alright, so the reason we come through this way, besides, like, just breaking the game, is because there's an armor set I want to get here. That'll be the armor set we'll use through the first half of the game. The Elite Knight set. And also because we can gain a lot of souls pretty early on through here, because these enemies are challenging, but not impossible. Case in point, this guy. Let's see, can I, like... I love making a fool of him. I don't know if we'll be able to on this one. Ooh, 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 rude. If any of y'all have played this before, you know what it's like to make a fool of this guy. Yeah, you literally send him off the cliff. Oh, yeah, we're making a fool of him. Ha! Kills me every time. I love how you hear him scream down there. It's like, yeah, he ate shit. So yeah, the Black Knights, I always enjoyed them and feel like they were never replicated the right way. Like, Dark Souls 2 had what were they fucking called? The Hide Knights. They were just way too easy. You could defeat them as soon as you encountered them. I know Dark Souls, Demon Souls had the Red-Eyed Knights, and Dark Souls 3 kind of brought back the Black Knights, but they weren't the same as Dark Souls 1, because Dark Souls 1, they were amazing for sort of being a kind of litmus test for you, where you could really, like, use them to kind of identify your skills in the game. Like, you would start off getting your ass handed to you by them, and they would be this impossible challenge, but then eventually you'd be able to, like, become more and more powerful, until eventually they just ended up being a fairly easy mini-boss. No, we are not going over there until later. Like, actually over here is going to be an area that we're not going to even touch until the end of the run. Except for up there, Havel's Tower. We're gonna visit him in a little bit, but over there we're not touching that till the end of the run, because that's gonna have to do with when we take on the Four Kings, which will be the very last thing we do before hitting Anor Londo. Yeah, I bet you didn't know. You could take on the Four Kings before you face, but you can kill one of the Lord Souls, which is the Four Kings, before you have to. Alright, hold on. Let me just. I keep forgetting that's the Reap attack. Nope, you get your ass back here right now. Come on. How did I get it? Very carefully. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm going by swim logic on here. Very carefully. Yeah, dude, like, the backstab is amazing. Especially for the armor boar. You literally shove your blade straight up his ass. And if it's a long weapon, like, I can just imagine it just, like, tearing through all of his intestines. It's fucking hilarious. But yeah, we're not gonna go after Havel until later. And we're not gonna go and work with Sif or the Hydra or any of that until much later. Because they're tough. And Sif is, I'll show you the fucking boar backstab, maybe. It's pretty amazing. It's so brutal. But yeah, you can kill the Four Kings before Anor Londo, so you can kill one of the lords before Anor Londo, which is pretty amazing. Okay, now it's time for the gardening section, as I call it. Because we have a scythe, and we gotta fight some Ents. I'm trying to only trigger one of them. Yep, there he is. There we go. Ooh. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment for Jesus Christ? I know I missed a bit of loot over here. Oh god, unarmed backstabs. For real, though, that's what it ends up being. Like, you literally just shove your fist straight up their ass. It's brutal. I forgot that big bit of loot down here on that body. And you're sure as fuck right that I'm gonna go get it. Because... well, because I don't want to... It's Dark Souls. You gotta collect all the loot. Not to mention, I tend to give most of my loot to Frampt. And, that is a great way to get even more souls. Because I know the build I want. I know what items I do and I don't want. And a majority of the items that I pick up, I have no need for. So I can feed him entire armor sets and he'll just swallow that shit up and puke out souls for me. Another great leveling up strategy. It's a great way for more souls. Back to being the gardener of Darkroot. There are a handful of enemies here who can cause you a bit of grief. I'll try to remember to do that. But yeah, there's a handful of enemies who can cause you grief down in Darkroot. Namely, it's the Stone Knights, but if you use like a blunt weapon against them, you can make a lot easier work on them. Thankfully, we still have the Morning Star from Petrus, so it makes the Stone Knights a lot easier to work with. They're still shitty to fight, but, you know, could be better. Could be worse. Okay, there was hella input delay on that. I was literally hitting my R2 and it wasn't working, but yet somehow he didn't hit me, so that just was a happy accident. This guy's waiting for you in an ambush. Sometimes you can, like, poke him on the head and, like, he'll wake up. And yes, right now for some reason they don't have any sounds. Like, that's not on you, that's me as well. I'm not hearing any sounds from those Ents. Oh god, dude. If all of the games were like Demon Souls, nah way, man. That sucked. Having to like always go to Stockpile Thomas to like dump your shit. Hated it. Equip load's fine. Carry load, nah, dude. Not into it. I mean, I did it. I saw it through. I get what they were going for, but it was not fun. It was not fun at all. Truth, yeah. Alright, so let's just go on ahead and there, if you'll take a gander, is the area boss, the Moonlight Butterfly, just kind of chilling out waiting for us. And we will be killing the Moonlight Butterfly as our first boss kill of the game. Not right now, though. We have another errand or two to run before we do that. I know there's an area right there, but we're not going to visit that until everything we want to do on the other side of this fog door is taken care of. The Moonlight Butterfly is definitely an interesting fight. A lot of people hate it, but I don't know. I actually find it not necessarily challenging, but I think it gets shit on way too much. It's a boring boss fight when compared to other fights in the series, yeah, but like, I don't know. I think it's unique for its music and its design. I actually kind of, like, a lot of the fights that a lot of people dislike in this game, I actually quite like. Don't get me wrong, I hate Bed of Chaos and stuff like that. But, like, Capra Demon is actually one of my favorite fights in the game. I know a lot of people dislike him. I love that fight. I think it's, like, the perfect mix of, like, surprise, challenge, ambush, and fairness. It's a little cheap, but I don't know, dude, I love that fight so much. Yeah, dude, I don't know what the story is with these trees, but they're kind of alive, and they kind of melt, and they kind of give you souls, but I don't know why or how. Yeah, dude, Gaping Dragon's an awesome fight. He's actually the one that because I hoard souls in this run, like, super early on. I try and hoard as many souls as I can before heading to Blighttown. He's the only boss that I will stop hoarding souls before, because you do need to be at least decently powerful to take him on, and he's the gateway to Blighttown. So I kind of, like, level up as much as I can before fighting him, and then just, like, drag his ass all over town. Okay, this encounter you gotta be careful with, because you get these things, and if you're not careful, you wake up the Stone Knight. So if you're careful, you can just aggro these, and they're like a 2-hit kill. And they have the same sound set as the skeleton. It always, like, the creaking and stuff, those are the sounds of the skeletons. Always bugged the shit out of me. No? There we go. Okay. So now that we've cleared out those things, we're gonna take on the Stone Knight. We don't have to, but he gives you souls of a decent amount, so I will. The only thing that makes him a pain in the ass is, of course, the Tranquil Walk of Peace miracle. Jesus Christ, do I hate it. I'm only going to take on 2 of them while we're down here. I'm not going to take on any of the ones that... And he's just going to go ahead and cast Tranquil Walk of Peace right away. That's great. Tranquil Walk of Peace, for those who don't know, basically, once you're in his aura, like, you slow down immensely, you can't run. Yeah, you see that? Like, that aura around us? Like, it just basically makes you a sitting duck for him. And it's a timed thing, so, okay, it wore off. Thankfully, the shield that you get has a nice high stability, so you're able to withstand his attacks and kind of just troll him. The heater shield is a really great shield to start the game with. I really enjoy using it. And yes, this is PC. That second hit's gonna be a little cocky. Yep, there we go. It's like the best run I've ever had against a Stone Knight. I'm proud of that. Usually they take me a little longer, but ever since I learned that the Morning Star can do you a little bit more justice against them, I've had a better time. This one is a little bit more of a pain because you don't have much room to maneuver. But he's still not too bad. What I don't like is that you can't beat on him in his wake-up animation. Okay. Because part of my strategy with a lot of the enemies I face is getting behind them. And really, you can't do that to this guy unless you drag him out to a more open area. Alright, I'm going to take a risk here. Oh, Jesus. Oh, thankfully he booted me with that. Yeah, it's the fucking Tranquil Walk of Peace. I hate it so much. But that Sword Strike helped me a lot, actually, when he sent me back. Okay. Miracle wore off. Perfect. Uh-oh. This is a swim copy. This is someone who isn't me got this. For me. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't ask, don't tell, you know? Come on. God, my controller is like lagging like a motherfucker today. Oh well. Put him down. Ooh, nice drop. I mean, you know why it's probably lagging a bit? It's the receiver is not as close as it could be. There we go. That should be a bit better. Hopefully. honestly, when it comes to between Switch and PC, I always just say go for PC every time. But I mean, hey, if you want to try it out for the Switch, I don't imagine it would be a bad time by any means. I'm not super well versed with the Switch. I've played some shit on it, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm just like PC all the way. So after everything, this is the part that always screws me up the most. Anytime you got a platform in these games, it's fucking bullshit, and I'm probably gonna... Okay, whew. Nice. You gotta, like, make that jump, and it just sucks so much ass. I see you are men of business. I, too, am a man of business. Okay, I just gotta... Hello. Time to garden. Yes, indeed, my friends. Praise the sun. Ooh, that should get both of them. Didn't say it would kill them, but it would damage them. Alright. So now... we make 2 more runs in this direction. And then we go and get our scythe upgraded, and then we really start being more powerful than we have any business being at this point. Theoretically. First one, this one you have a pretty good chance of getting ganked on. That's why you gotta watch for this guy and his bullshit. Dude, Dark Souls 2 is misery. There is no two ways about it. That game is misery. The only time you encounter that guy always fascinates me. Alright. Now we're gonna make a quick semi-suicidal run. Nah, it's easy to get out of this. It's just like, if you're not quick, you're gonna have a bad time. Because all those stone knights wake up and all the ents start coming after you. The stone knights are slow, so they're not a problem, but the ents are quick and have a long range, and if they start getting you down, then the stone knights can catch up. Like, after here, it's no problem. I can garden. Rude. Wow. Sora confirmed terrible at Dark Souls. Yeah, I am curious what Dark Souls is going to feel like on the Switch. It's definitely a big question of mine as well. Then just another quick run over here. The reason I don't do this until last is because these guys don't un-aggro after you aggro them for the first time. They're a little cheeky-breaky ambush in here. You either like poke them up one by one, or like they get aggro all at once. It's really hard because you like gotta hit them right on the head. Aha. He couldn't be damaged during that wake-up animation. That's rude. These guys, though, are because they're an ambush, and there's 3 of them at once, and you're designed to have to fight all 3 of them at once, they have lower health than the rest of the ents you encounter. Because I can garden these guys in 2 swings with the two-handed R2. The rest of the ents require at least 3. This last one. Okay, he's a little... Boom. And that's everything we're going to be doing in Darkroot for right now. Now what matters is that we are gonna go on ahead and yodel-hee-hoo our way over to Andre and get our asses in business with a nice +5 Great Scythe. And that's just gonna be way OP for early game, and it's gonna rock my socks that I don't wear because I go barefoot. Ooh, ooh. I don't know about that. I tend to play offline anyways, so it's whatever's. Oh god. Oh god. Rude. So rude. I regret that. Get the fuck off that cliff. You don't deserve it. Sometimes you get a little cocky when you're playing, you know, and you get nommed by an ent. You eat plant. No, plant eat you. In Lodran, plant eat you. Alright. This part requires your balls to, like, be tightly grasped and you to just fucking hit the road. Okay, he fired that in a completely wrong direction like a moron. But that's great for me. Oh, no, 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 no. Perfect. Goal achieved. We're just gonna swing right up here and activate the bonfire. Just for safety's sake. Feels much better now. Alright. Now we go on ahead and, like, get this scythe tricked out.
Well, you must be a new arrival.
Yee.
I'm Andre of Sora.
Hello.
If you require smithing, then speak to me.
Alright. Let's learn a gesture from him. Alright. So, we're gonna need some Titanite from him. I forget how much. I think it's like 8. 7? Well, whatever. We're gonna need quite a few. I think it's 8 we need. That's why I have those soul items stored, so I can, like, put myself over the limit that I need. Yeah, I thought so. But... what? Did I not buy it? Did I? Yeah, I did. Hold on. Oh, I don't have the fucking souls I need. I'm a fucking moron.
Get yourself not.
God damn, I'm stupid. I'm like, why can't I do it? Oh, well. It's because I didn't have the fucking souls. Alright. I try and keep my soul count as low as possible when it comes to consuming these, because I want to save them up for, when I use them all at once with the Silver Serpent Ring. So I temper it. I do them until I need more, and then back and forth. I know that's not going to be all of the ones I'm going to need. So that's why I temper my uses of them. It's just a soul hoarding strategy. Because early game, I try and really, like, bank for some superpower levels.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us.
Yeah, oh yeah, I need the extra shard. What am I thinking? Guys, it's been a day, let me tell you. And
I'll be seeing you there.
Yeah. I suck with numbers.
Well, you need.
Yep. Let's see here. How many shards do I? I think I just need to buy the one more. Yep.
Go get your knight. Well, neat.
How much does it cost to reinforce? Okay, what do you mean? Oh, I need one more Titanite shard.
I'll be seeing it, Pete.
Do I not have enough for it? My runs in the past haven't, like, seen me using this many, but whatever.
Well,
Maybe it's because I killed more Ents in the previous ones. Because I didn't, like, have as successful of run as I have here. And I would double up on souls as a result. I look like an idiot. I'm sorry. We'll be done in a second here. Alright.
Go get yourself. No.
Now we have, like, just this amazing-ass weapon. And the first thing we're gonna do is get this guy out of here. Now, the only challenge that I impose on myself with this guy is not to use Estus. So I might die once or twice against him because he hits like a tank and he has some pretty generous hitboxes. But I do not use Estus against him because I don't want to waste the 10 Estus of the from the kindled bonfire. See what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty generous. The only attack that he throws that really sucks is whenever he jumps. Or grabs you. The grabbing attack is literally the worst thing he could do to you. Anything else pales in comparison. Uh-oh. Yep, saw that coming. But see, that's why I take him out out of convenience sake, and I don't use Estus on him because I want to retain that extra 5 for the long trip back to the bonfire should I need it. And because he is killable without Estus, I just, like, that's how I handle him. I can do it, it just takes a couple tries usually. And that's a Titanite demon, for those who don't know. He's kind of they appear a few times throughout the game as kind of mini-bosses. Some people call them prowling demons. I prefer them being Titanite demons. Hate that. Hate that that always gives you the fucking cock end of the stick when he does that. Key is you don't want to be greedy with this guy, because if you are, that happens. It's always hard to tell when he'll do that descending attack on you. So you really gotta like, yeah. Sometimes he'll just jump like that, and sometimes he'll crush down on you. Yeah, dude, Sense Fortress, where these guys exist on the lower level. Though, to be fair, I like their placement there, because it both serves as a punishment and as a resource. If you need to get extra Demon Titanite, it's like, they're all right there, so it's awesome. But, like, also, if you fall down there and survive, it's also just, like, basically a middle finger to you. Like, yeah, good luck surviving this ass wipe. God, he's got hella range. I always thought you should be able to, like, get his weapon. That would be amazing. But I doubt you could wield it, because this thing's like literally made of like pure Titanite, which is like even heavier than Havel's armor. Anal sex with your goat, huh? Yeah, it's a good time. That's what this feels like. Oh god. Frame drops. I don't play Dark Souls because I want forgiveness. I play Dark Souls because I want to repent. The fucking tail. The tail. It's so gay. I hate it. Unlike myself, who's so gay, and I don't hate myself. Pansexual. Same diff. That's okay. If you want to have anal sex with your goat in this chat, like, I'm not gonna stop you. It's... There's no kink shaming here on the Kenshin Mizuhara channel. The Lost Izalith Prowling Demon. Yeah, he sucks. Because I think he respawns, doesn't he? That was my bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the demon in Lost... The Titanite demon in Lost Izalith respawns. Which is just totally lame. Because these are not the kind of dudes who should be respawning. Bullshit, I was not in that hitbox. That's what I thought. He's gonna... I thought he was gonna go for a jump. Uh-huh. I felt it. I felt it coming on. I felt that jump coming. The reason I get frame drops over there is because of the culling of different areas. Like, it's culling out, fuck you. It's calling out Undead Parish and putting in Darkroot. It's a transitional area where that happens, and just so happens it happens right in the fucking boss arena. And that's really lame. He does use his tail, actually. His tail is a weapon he can damage you with when you're behind him. That's why you gotta keep your shield up when you're back there, because he can totally bitch slap you with the tail. Like I said, this is self-imposed challenge to take him out. You shouldn't be fighting this guy until much later, but because he's like right around the corner from a bonfire, it's totally cool to just rush him like this and just literally beat your face into him until you beat him. And again, I'm doing it without Estus. If I was using Estus, it would be a different story altogether. Like, if I was using Estus, he'd be dead by now. But restrictions, because there's a lot. There's more to See, that's what I'm talking about. I blocked that. I was way to the side. His fucking hitboxes are so crummy. That's why I'm glad. See, like, I was definitely out of the way of that. I feel I was. I know part of me was not, but like, oh, and they show like his drop there. That's great. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not the best because I know there's people who could crush this in one go without Estus, but that's not me. Okay. Oh, you're just gonna sit on my souls, aren't you, you bastard? See, yeah, and his tail just ruined that. He fucking homes in on you. I hate that so much. It's if he didn't pull that goddamn attack, he'd be a lot less of a pain in the dick. And also, I am like totally like hugging his ass, so like that's also kind of my fault as well. Because the idea is you should back off after you're like, well, you know, life sucks sometimes. See, I wasn't even like, I was under that. It's things like that that make me hate this guy. But again, this is because we're doing it before we should, and it's a challenge. And we like challenges. Yeah, no, ideally you just don't fight this guy. But I refuse to, like, end it there. I want to wipe him off the face of the earth. Because it's such a pain in the ass having him guarding Darkroot from Andre. It just sucks. Yeah, there's the tail swipe. I should, like, remember the kind of hella range that I get off my scythe. Fucking dead angles. Oh, dude, it's hilarious that they do that. I love it. It's just like, it's insult to injury. It always cracked me up that they do that. Like, even after your body's not even there anymore, they just keep going to town. Ooh, this is gonna be ugly. Yeah, maybe, excuse me, sir, I'm just gonna, yeah, not have that happen. Oh, that's gonna be perfect to, like, get a really good one on him. It didn't even shoot the way he was, like, aiming it, but whatever. Oh, he was gonna go for a jump, but he thought twice about it. Yeah, I love the scythe, though. It's, you can, and it can, like, hit enemies from behind if they have shields up. It's amazing. No, I wanted to run, not roll. Goddamn input lag. Okay, that was my fault. I was not paying attention. Okay, this one will easily get a good one off. Whenever he uses the lightning attack, that's like a great opportunity to like totally get some a really solid hit in. Because chances are it's not gonna hit you if you're fast and you see it coming. which he has a really long wind-up on the lightning attack, and it's easy to dodge. Whoops! Got greedy, dude. Got greedy. I thought I had that one. I was feeling it, you know? Oh well. It didn't go so bad for me last night. I think I only had to try him like 5 times. Because I've been running this to like get used to it again for a while. If you'll excuse me, sir. Oops. Yeah, that's gonna be bad. Let's see. Can I abuse that lightning attack? What are you gonna do about it now, you pansy? Just gonna stand up there and, like, swing your sword around all day? Uh-oh. I don't think that's how gravity works, but okay. Oh, he's coming down the stairs, slowly but surely. Oh, dude, the area where you gotta get Havel's set is such a bitch in Dark Souls 2. I hate everything about it. Ooh, that was a good, solid hit area there. Oh, ooh, even better, I dodged that. That was highly unexpected. Oh. Like, it's basically Blighttown 2.0 where you gotta get Havel's set. Alright, he's gonna do it. I know he's aiming up for a jump. Yeah, I felt it. I just felt it in my balls. Dude, the Gutter and Black Gulch just suck ass. Especially Black Gulch. I would say Black Gulch is like my most hated area in all of Souls. Rude. What's he gonna do? He's gonna jump. Knew it, but we're a range away. There it is. Without even taking a hit. See? Knew I could do it. Demon Titanite. Alright. Good job, me. Okay. This is just for a joke. Let me just guard with this. Oh, dude, like, I would main Solaire if he was in Smash. There is zero doubts about that. Magic 65 is 80. I would 100% main Solaire. It's kind of like how whenever I play Smash over my friends because I don't have any Nintendo consoles or anything like that. I main the shit out of Cloud. He's too much fun to play as, and I would definitely main Solaire. But yeah, dude, like I just love that I wreck this. You can wreck this game. You just destroy this game with goddamn gardening tools, and it's the greatest thing ever. The gardening tools got hella nerfed in the later games, but, you know, in the first game. And I love how, like, the first time I get to show off the power that this thing has, we can literally take it to go gardening to kill all these fucking Ents. And yes, Arby, this is on PC. And we are going to go on ahead. Let's see, when I played Dark Souls 3, I hate to admit it because a lot of people fucking hate the weapon, but I use the Dark Sword. Because you know what, I play PvE, I have no interest in PvP, and the Dark Sword is a great PvE weapon. A lot of people are like, oh no, it's overpowered. Yeah, but it's in the game, and if it's in the game, it's not an exploit, you might as well use it. Yeah, it's uninteresting as far as, like, the technique behind it goes, but goddamn if it isn't powerful. Alright, so yeah, y'all know where we're going. It's Moonlight Butterfly time. First official boss kill of Dark Souls 1 for us, aside from the Asylum Demon. It's okay for me to use Estus against him. I'm not putting that challenge on myself like I did with the demon. Oh yeah, there will be no summoning in this run. Fuck that. We're doing this all the right way. I mean, I do appreciate the value of summoning, but it can trivialize the shit out of some encounters hardcore. Ooh, okay. That one was a little oopsie-poopsie on my part. Ooh! Oh god, that was embarrassing! Oh man. Oh my god. That was embarrassing. I killed him in one go last night, and I was like, yeah, that was great. Are y'all pressing F to pay your respects in the fucking comments over there, you fucking dorks? I hate you. It's alright, we're gonna do it right this time. I was feeling a little like I had balls. Thankfully, there is no excuse for not getting your souls back when you fight this guy, because you have forever time to, like, get him back before the butterfly shows up and tries to ruin your day. He's just too RNG for me. I don't like him. You never know when he's gonna land. He kind of can't make up his mind. She, he, it, whatever. And the laser just kind of does whatever it wants. You can't really predict that very well. That you can't predict either. See, this is why I've always disliked the Moonlight Butterfly. Not because he was boring, but because I always felt like it was too difficult to actually work with. Like, its attacks aren't predictable in what they'll do. Like, okay, his laser's all the way over there, then all of a sudden that happens. It hits me through the wall. Like, that's lame as it gets. Alright, come over here. Get dunked on. Just a second. Alright, get more dunked on. You want to hear it? Uh-oh. That's bad. Move, 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 move. Oh well. He took a hell of a lot of damage from the extra bleed that the scythe does. She, it, whatever the fuck. I mean, it's a gorgeous boss as far as its design, and the music is amazing. Yeah, that's why I love it. The music for this fight is just awesome. It's kind of like why I love the dancer so much, because she gets such an understated theme. It's so calm and tranquil. I don't know, I just hate this boss mainly because you don't have much way to counteract what it does. You just gotta, like, dodge or block it. But it's an easy first boss to, like, kill early on in the run. And once it lands again, it's fucking dead meat. It's like, get down here and fight me like a man, you yee-yee ass looking motherfucker. There we go. Oh yeah, dude, like, it's awesome. Like, I love the Foley and orchestral work, or lack thereof, in a lot of areas in Dark Souls. It's amazing. The minimalism and the maximalism is just the tits. My boss waifu. Dude, Priscilla all the way. Priscilla is absolutely boss waifu. Partly because she goes barefoot. That's pretty hot. Then, the dancer is, like, the second most fuckable because of dat ass. Glorious ass on the dancer. But I'm pretty sure that the dancer's taken by Vort. Vort would, like, whoop my ass if he knew that I wanted the dancer. But yeah, I am absolutely a man of culture for being able to appreciate Priscilla's toes. And I swear by that. I am a scientist as well. Anyone who appreciates toes is a fellow culturist and scientist. Alright, so now the run's going to get easier because we're going to go into the Undead Bird. The run, like, kind of exists in this weird fluctuation, where it gets harder and gets easier as you go through it. God fucking damn, my charger keeps coming out of my headphones. Nah, dude, Vort has a very fabulous behind. In fact, like, I would create a Boreal Valley with him and the dancer any day. Goddamn right, that's how you pass science class. Well, I don't know, man. Like, I'm fucking failing my biology class right now because the teacher is a fucking... He's a fucking ass is what he is. He's got a 1.9 on Rate My Professor. He's, like, been on academic probation before, yet he somehow is the chair of the fucking science department. And, yeah, he was on academic probation for the sheer amount of fucking kids failing his class. Like, if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what does. But, yeah, it sucks. I'm a media studies student, so I'm, like, film studies and stuff like that. But I had to satisfy a science requirement as per, like, university requirements or whatever the fuck. So I thought, oh, this biology class shouldn't be too bad. It's like cellular and genetic biology. Should be pretty easy shit. Nah, dude, this guy is like... I emailed him asking for help, and he's like, no, you have everything you need. I won't help you. And it just pissed me off so bad, because, like, just if you go on... Like I said, if you go on his goddamn Rate My Professor page, like, the guy just gets fucking trashed. And it's true. He is. I don't know why he is the chair of the department. I don't know why he's still there. Especially because, like I said, he's been on academic probation before for sheer amount of fucking kids failing his class. I should also probably have a few words with Onion Bro real quick. But yeah, dude, Smo's got a fine pair of titties. I think Smo's got a nice ass, but more people need to appreciate Smo's titties. It's beautiful. Just works of art. Ornstein's got a nice face. I like that. What's that supposed to mean? Say more.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall.
Yeah,
Or a
Smo's
gate,
tits
I should
smothering
say.
me.
The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle.
Yeah,
weighing
dude,
my
like,
options, so to speak.
all of the bros we are definitely talking to in this game. I'm not going to talk to every NPC, but we're talking to the Sun Bro and Onion Bro without a doubt.
Still closed. Still closed.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I ran that dialogue before we pressed on, because I want to make sure to progress his story. Onion Bro and Sun Bro are the only two stories I really care about progressing. The rest is irrelevant to me, really. Alright, so now the game's gonna get a lot easier. Oh, I already know what fate I'm choosing for Solaire. Y'all are just gonna have to watch and find out. But if you were watching a little earlier, well, you weren't, so I'm not. I can't. I wouldn't give you a hard time for that. But for those who are watching earlier, I did mention something about my plans for later on in the game and what I'll be doing, and that gave away a hint for what I plan on doing with Solaire at the end of the game. But if not, well, that's okay. No one blames you for coming in late. Life happens, but you're just gonna have to wait and find out what my choice is. A shining headache. That's a hell of a way to put it. Oh, I will. Can you backstab this guy? I don't think so. Lame. Oh, the other story we're going to definitely progress is Lautrec. I'm not going to kill him, even though I want that fat ring. I like that you can get an extra Firekeeper soul from seeing his story all the way through. So I choose to do that instead of killing him right off. Noob. Yep, that was your mistake. Oh, that reminds me, I got a little something in store for the caster up there. You can totally make a fool of him. It's amazing. I love embarrassing NPCs in this game, if at all possible. Let's see. Line up that headshot. It's a little finicky. Ha, there it is. You just kind of keep on hitting him, and he's like, ow, that hurt. And you can't do anything about it because you're not in range. So you just kind of just totally make an ass of him. And then he sometimes flops down. So, He's just kind of stuck there. He gave up. Oh, that's amazing. Uh-oh. Yeah, dude, he's coming. Oh, he's not. He's close. He's farther than I thought. Dude, I remember these knights used to give me such a hard time when I first played. Now I just kind of embarrass them as well. You know what? When I've played before, I always save the gargoyles for last. We're gonna take them on now, because originally, like I said, I was inspired by the Vegeta, everything possible before the gargoyles run. Ooh, I forgot about the painter from Ash Severian Dell. Dude, cops aside, yeah, dude, she's pretty adorable. And very nice toes. I fully agree with you. Oh god. Sora getting embarrassed here. Ah, oh, Jesus. That's the thing with hollows. They're super synchronized dancing. If you're not careful against them, that was input lag. I had my block up, dude. Fuck you. I had my block up. I was pressing the button. Sora confirmed terrible at Dark Souls. As long as I can get my souls back, I never care. Dying is technically just an opportunity to get more souls. But I think we're gonna take the gargoyles on. I'm feeling like a man, and I want to gain more souls before we go down into the lower Undead Burg. Because we're gonna clear out the parish, then the normal Undead Burg, and then go into the into the lower and the depths and into Blight Town. Ooh, just kicked him in the face, bro. This time, let's not get embarrassed by how poorly we do against the... Oh, right. I picked up a new armor set. I forgot all about that. I typically only wear parts of it until I pick up the Havel's Ring, so I can still, like, be in med-roll territory. Because fuck fat rolling. How did you survive that? Well, you didn't survive that. Nah, it's just a remaster. It's just gonna look nicer and that's it. They're not gonna, like, change up the gameplay at all. None of the remasters change up the gameplay in the slightest, not even for Switch. It would mean fundamentally, like, remaking and retooling the entire game, and they're not about that. They're just about turning a quick buck and having the game look nice and be playable on newer consoles. Unlike most PC elitists, I don't remember my PC specs. It's a custom build. I know my graphics is a 1060 GTX, but beyond that, I'm like, oh yeah, I have things in there. But I'm still on Windows 7 64-bit. It's because I only upgrade my computer once every few years, and, like, I don't pride myself on jerking off what my specs are, so, like, I don't remember, like, oh, I have this much RAM and this much that. All I know is that I have more than enough to, like, have a beast of a machine. All things considered. Like, I can run Doom on its highest settings. The fucking 2016 one, you goddamn smartasses. Final Fantasy 15 I can only do on average, given that it's a pretty great port, and I can do it, like, on Ultra, but, like, I will get frame drops. I want to get a consistent 60 FPS, so even though I can get 60 FPS on Ultra on FF15, I get too many frame drops for me to want to, like, run it like that all the time.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse.
Well, that's too goddamn bad. No.
Please, I have duties to fulfill.
Yes, it can.
And I will reward you handsomely.
I can absolutely run those games.
I am certain
Master Key. I was just like trolling him the whole time, just standing there listening to him talk. I could have opened it the whole time.
Thank you. Yes. Sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this. And I guarantee a reward. Only later. Yes, very sorry. Your reward will have to wait. I have just been freed. Allow me some time. I am free. Now, I can get back to work.
Alright, so, viewer's choice. Should we go on ahead and take on the gargoyles? Or should we, like, put them off until we can totally, like, bitch slap them so hard we embarrass them? Because, like, that's doable. We could save them until the end of the run and literally embarrass the shit out of them by, like, 2-hit killing them. Or we could take them on now and, like, do a reasonable job. Cream pie them later on. You got it. Because it's pretty amazing to just, like, 2-hit kill them. Like, you kill the first one before the second one even, like, wakes up. Okay, they'll get it later. Like, we'll kill Quelaag before we take them on. That's what I was feeling. What was that, like? Mario didn't know that she got that such so-and-so died. Mario continues to cream pie teens to this day. Oh, that's a classic. It's such a funny term, too, cream pie. You fucking just loading someone up with jizz. Okay, we're gonna not do the fucking... We're not gonna do the asylum just yet, because it's too much trouble to get over there, and the stray demon is way above our power level. I forgot to learn Petrus's,
Oh, I...
gesture. Oh yeah, and for those who didn't know, the Undead Parish loops right back around into Firelink Shrine. Because I know there's some first-timers watching out there. Which is sweet. Oh, Sora, you have 17,000 souls. You should use them. Nah, B. Not until the fight before the Gaping Dragon. Before the Gaping Dragon is when we spend all the souls we've accrued. Because I go for a hella power level up. Because that to me is like halfway through the before the... Even though Quelaag would be a better like halfway point to say, like theoretically because you ring the bell after her. Like for me and my before an Orlando run, the Gaping Dragon is an excellent halfway point between, like, fighting harder things and not. So, like, I spend all of my souls beforehand. And I make a run to Andre to get my sword upgraded to +6, because by that point you have the large ember. Yeah, I know. I'm being a little cocky right now. I was trying to like get them all with one swipe, and I was paying for it. Dude, you just want to like fucking do something instead of like stand around with your sword up your ass. Well. That taught me. No wonder. I was always wondering, like, what the fuck are they doing when they have their swords up? They're literally getting ready to riposte you. Usually when they do that, I go in for a backstab. But I was like, nah, I feel like a man today. Wrong. Yeah, dude, thanks for coming out and, like, spending some time with us. Appreciate it. I won't be streaming again tomorrow or Saturday, but maybe Sunday I will, because I got work Saturday and I got a show I'm playing tomorrow. Swim's gonna be dropping some acid. It's gonna be a fun time. So, but yeah, thanks for coming out. Have a good one, and hope to see you on the flip side. I work at Hot Topic, so I enjoy my work. I love Hot Topic, honestly. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I technically work 2 jobs. I work at Hot Topic, and I also deliver food for Uber. Because I'm not about to deliver people around in my car. Fuck that. Oh, soft humanity. Nice. I'm not about to fucking deliver people around. I don't want nobody in my goddamn car that, I don't know. That's an insurance nightmare right there. And just a person-to-person nightmare. That should have been a repost, but what the fuck ever, right? What do I know? Hey, buddy. Rude. Let's see, what time is it? I gotta get up stupid early tomorrow, too. Okay. Let's say we're gonna run through the Undead Burg, and then call it quits once we loop back to Firelink Shrine again. Because, I don't have work tomorrow, but my stepdad, he owns, like, a clearing and debris removal company, and, he sometimes, he just opened it. He just started, but he said he'd, bring me along on jobs to have me help him out, and he'd pay me, like, super well for it. Like, 20 bucks an hour, cash. So, like, I'm gonna save this guy the trouble. Because normally there's the guy who runs through to pull it. I'm gonna fucking just save him the trouble. So yeah, he invited me to come work with him tomorrow for a couple hours. So I'll be able to make some extra cash on the side with him. Makes his job easier, and dude, it's easy money. And I'm happy to help out too. But the only problem is, I gotta be at my place because I live with my grandparents. But technically, like, everything else still says I live at home. But I gotta be at my folks' place. Aw, dude, this is a fucking gank and I hate it. If I make it out of this alive, I will be so shocked. Oh, you're both just gonna heal like a bunch of nerds. I gotta be back home, my parents' place, whatever you want to call it. I gotta be there at 7:30 in the morning. It takes a half hour to get there from where I am, so I'm gonna have to get up at, like, almost, like, a little bit before 7. And motherfucker, I ain't gotten up that goddamn early since high school. Fuck that. But it's a chance to make some extra money for some pretty easy work, so I'll take it. Plus, my stepdad's a really good guy. And I'm happy to help him out. He's been really good to me. Yeah, dude, tomorrow's gonna be fucking retarded. I gotta wake up that early, then go clean out, like, a hoarder's apartment with him. But he's gonna buy me lunch and pay me very well for my time. But then, like, I play a show at 10:30 that night. And, like I said, Swim's gonna be dropping some acid for it. It's gonna be a long day, boyo. Let me tell you. Mr. Key. Yeah, we're going through all of this in reverse, by the way. Like, normally you're supposed to go in through the other direction, but we're just kind of like... You're supposed to, like, get ambushed here and stuff, and we're just like, nah. Not having any of it. Holy fuck. Yeah, boss, 3 tabs. Gonna be a fun time. Swim's excited. Swim's hoping that it's not gonna mess with his, like, cause he's on antidepressants, SSRIs, Lexapro, and Swim read that Lexapro can dampen the effects of a trip because LSD binds to the same receptors that SSRIs do. But Swim's been off his antidepressants since Monday because he needed to refill his prescription, and the pharmacy didn't get it refilled until like Tuesday, and he didn't just pick them up until yesterday. And Swim read that Lexapro has a half-life of like 24 hours, so theoretically most of the acid will be out of his system. I mean, not the acid, the SSRI medication will be out of his system by the time he drops Friday night. Swim was heavily advised not to play the show on acid, but Swim's an idiot, and he believes that he could turn his trip, even if it's a bad time and he freaks out, into a work of art. Swim is also a very pretentious individual. But he's excited. Second time he's tripped. His one friend literally said, like, dude, if you do that, you're gonna end up killing yourself. And Swim was just like, sweet. And once again, for those who are unfamiliar, SWIM, that's terminology for someone who isn't me. Go and look that up for yourself, though, and you'll understand the significance of why I'm using it. Dude, you can't parry that. I was about to say, like, if you try and parry a jumping attack, that's like trying to parry Havel's Dragon Tooth. Like, you gotta have balls of steel to do that. Okay. Well, the show is intense. It's visually and auditorily overstimulating to an immense degree. Between the visuals and the sounds and the emotions that are on display, it's totally the works for, like, something that can be very dangerous, even when sober. Swim's previous shows have been pretty intense. He's got scars on his body, like permanent scars from previous shows he's played. But oh god, no, if I die here, there's bad news. I will lose all those souls and I'll have to start a new run. Not about that life. So it's gonna be really gnarly. Plus, Swim's doing the Giles Corey deconstructionist experience, 24-hour fast before the time of the show, listening to the album before the show, with oven mitts taped over his hands, sitting in a dark room, and he's gonna drop right before he listens to the album. So, like, it's all planning, like, coinciding to one hell of an evening. Hopefully. I don't think anyone knows what they're gonna be quite in for, swim included. It's gonna be a wild ride. Yeah, dude, the one where I got hella cut up at the end was probably the best show I played, too. It was, like, in November of 2016. Absolutely fucking brutal, dude. It was, like I said, the best show I ever played. It was for the album release show for, my buddy, Black Block. His project, Black Block, his Power Electronics project. And his album release show for his album, The Exposing of a Man. And some shit was pretty fucked up in my life at the time. Like, especially, like, very relevantly, like, within a few days, shit had really tanked out beforehand. So, like, it was raw as fuck, dude. Like, unbelievably raw. And that's why I'm so glad that that show got on video, because it was just some next level shit. Also, where's the boar? Oh, that assmonger's all the way over there like a fucking stupid idiot. It's probably too far away to use the alluring skull on him. I'm gonna have to snipe his ass. I'm not breaking anything at this show, but it's going to still be incredibly visually and auditorily intense. I might break one or two things. Ah, I love that animation. I don't know what you fucking want me to shoot with, you goddamn motherfucker. I just want to piss the boar off and get him over here. Oh, what a dumb motherfucker you are. Great. I'm gonna have to go down there. I'm gonna have to... Let's see if we can do that attack where we shove it up his ass. Shove it up your ugly ass. You heard us right. Shove it up your ugly ass. That's exactly what this guy has waiting for him. It's more satisfying than the plunging attack, easily. Oh, dude, that's the best. There it is. No exploits on that one. Because I've sent him it, like, I've thrown the alluring skull into the fire before, and then, like, goddamn drop attacked his ass. I've exploited him before, but that was just a straight, like, shove it up the asshole murder move. Why the fuck am I not reposting properly? Like, I can parry fine, but I'm not getting the riposte. Lame. I'm gonna go back around and reopen that door. I closed it so the Hollow, who normally closes it, can't get away with it. So he just, like, ran flat up against a wall like a goddamn moron. Home of challenge pissing. You heard us, right? Challenge pissing. How does it work? If you can piss 6 feet in the air straight up and not get wet, you get no payment. No down payment. Did I say no payment, no down payment? I don't know. It's been a day. And it still is a day. Because we still have a little bit of the game to work through before I'm gonna call it an evening. I'm already hungry. But my 24-hour fast has begun, but, like, Mike's taking me out for lunch, and I'm sure as fuck gonna eat. So, like, I don't know. I'm gonna, like, totally not follow through on my fast. I don't know, I'm a hypocrite, sue me. And we have another boss to take out before we're done. It's gonna be a time. Before we even call it quits tonight. Oh yeah, dude, I'm definitely uploading it. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be a half-hour long set at least. Got my buddy Andy helping out. Andy from Flesh Trade. Excellent local Buffalo noise. He'll be providing sonic support. Oh, that was rude. I'm super excited to have him because his sounds are just disgusting. Some other people might be coming out. I don't know. We'll be finding that out. Well, the night of, I guess. You know how it goes with Facebook events. People say they're interested or they're coming out, and then they, like, totally don't. The whole thing with the team needs to get sorted out. I don't think they have any idea what they're doing, and I know I sure as fuck don't know or don't care. I never officially or unofficially left. I just kind of stopped participating in just about anything. Because depression. How's it going, boss? Welcome. You came in near the end, but not the complete end. We still have some stuff to do first. We still have an area to go through and a, yes. Yes, it is. We still have an area to go through and a boss to kill. Gotta hoard they souls. The good part about us doing this area in reverse, no Hellkite Drake to bother us. See, I didn't even know Kuro and Thorn pieced out. Doesn't surprise me, though. I still keep in touch with them on the Reg on Facebook. He's an autistic motherfucker. Pain in the ass more than anything. Yeah, dude, no Hellkite Drake. That makes the bridge completely safe space until we trigger him. So, like, we can do everything we could want to do before having to worry about triggering him. It's literally just the graphics. That's it. Nothing else has changed. Enemy placement's the same, bosses the same, gameplay the same. It's just the graphics. We're gonna have a little run-in with probably one of my least favorite Black Knight encounters in the game. We'll still, like, take him to town, but I hate fighting him because his arena is so fucking small. Not even an arena, he's literally sitting at, like, the top of a battlement, and there's just no space to do anything against him, unless you drag him all the way down to the lower level. But goddammit if I don't always try. It's the great sword, and that ruins your goddamn day. Unless you do that. I know you can chain backstabs. I've done it on Havel before. Oh no. Ooh, brutal. Yeah, you just go and chill there. Dude, Thorn's still active on Facebook. Like, super active. Like, he's become a shitpost king on Facebook. pretty dope. Also, shout out to me for handling that Black Knight in one go. And on top of the battlement without having to draw him down to the lower levels, which usually makes him a lot easier. Yeah, dude, he comments and, like, interacts with my shit all the time. I always wish that the scythe had, like, a unique animation for its backstabs. Like, you're literally shoving the scythe through him instead of using the blade. It's kind of silly. Yeah, Hellkite Drake will not trigger until you see his T's in the Undead Burg, so until then, this area is 100% safe. We're just going to unlock this for later. We're not going to go down there until a little later in the run. Well, actually, you know what? We're going to take a quick trip down there on our way through the Burg. So, but first, because we gotta... yeah, that's effective, because you can't go through into the Taurus Demon Arena backwards. Like, the fog gate won't let you through. Yes, Solaire, we'll talk to you in a second. And we'll talk to him now. And we're not going to skip Sunbro's dialogue because he's Sunbro.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
I don't know, it's a pretty blank reaction.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Of course, Sunbro.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Absolutely.
It pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
Yes, he does.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes.
Though you'd probably want to delete
fading
that
out.
in the
very fabric
in the
wavers,
comments there,
and
so
relations
he doesn't
shift
get randos
and
adding him.
There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura.
Can we just appreciate how, like, your legs go apart and come together again? Like, your body, like, morphs. It's really weird. No, I'm just saying, like, you put his name in the comments on the video. You probably shouldn't have it there in case randos look at it and see it and, like, add him.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
And Solaire, I love you. Alright, but yeah, I'll show you here. We can't go through into the Taurus Demon Arena backwards, which really sucks. See, like, it would be great if you could, but just can't. So you gotta go through it normally. It would be really cool if you could go through it backwards. But rip. But that's why we're gonna take a brief little trip into the lower Undead Burg. We're not gonna snake eater. We're not gonna play through the lower Undead Burg until next time we stream, because I've gotta start winding down. But we still have, we're still gonna finish off the loop area of Undead Burg into Firelink. I'm just gonna unlock the shortcut here for my own convenience. I don't know, man. You should... I don't know why he'd do that. Tell you, the hit detection in this game's hella weird. Sometimes you can, like, hit people through surfaces, other times you can't. Whatever. They're dealt with. Love how it's targeting this guy through the... Yeah, it's targeting him through the fucking wall. Knock knock, motherfucker. I love the way he kicks the door down. It's so unnecessary. It's the best. Night, boss. Take care. The run's almost done with for the night anyways, so you're hopping off at a decent time. Like I said, I should be getting off soon, but I gotta do things. Gotta complete the area. Can't leave it uncompleted. I would feel very unfulfilled if I do that. But yeah, thanks for coming out, man. And yeah, the lighting is dark, mainly just because that's how I have my brightness set. I like my games dark. It's more cinematic for me that way. Like, at least the way I have Dark Souls set up, I made my sweet effects preset and everything to really fit and look dark and, like, kind of cinematic and shit. It's a high contrast one. But yeah, I mean, it's good old Dark Souls, without a doubt. PC, man. Absolutely PC. PC all the time, all day, half the night. I just have the PS3 interface swapped out. Very carefully. That's how I got it. That's all I'm going to say. Sometimes this guy can kill himself with the physics of his own barrel. It's pretty amazing. But he just took it that time like a bitch. Alright, we're gonna have the crystal lizard up here. Get over here. Thank you. Alright, now let's go and take care of our boy, the Taurus demon. I liked a girl who was a Taurus. She turned out to be a little, oh no. I forgot about these guys. Good thing I didn't trigger the boss yet. Holy shit. Oh, God, that would have been the biggest, noob move ever. And dude, the scythe is like the best goddamn weapon in the game. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, this thing just is disgustingly good. I'm gonna heal up before the fight because I don't want the RNG to screw me. Because sometimes he's faster than others when it comes to, like, getting over here and ruining your day. Yeah, dude, in all the other games, the scythe is crap, but in Dark Souls 1, it's amazing. Like, look at that. I just literally took off half of his fucking health. Usually the dropping attack clears, like, half of it. Like, usually it takes off only a quarter of it. This thing took off more than half. Alright, well that was bullshit. I am not dying to the Taurus demon. That would be hella embarrassing. Dude, come on. Give me a fucking break over here. The Drake Sword is good early game, but it totally gets outclassed later on. Because it doesn't scale with any of your stats. However, the Great Scythe, once you take it up to plus 15, scales amazingly with Dex. And you can totally just wipe the floor with everything. Well, this Vi is amazing if you're a strength build. But it's also, like, the shitpost weapon. I'm gonna try and parry this guy. What do you wanna see if it works? Oh god, it's the fucking stamina drain shield hit. Hate it. This Vi is an excellent weapon if you're going for a strength build. Chaos is one of those things that you really gotta, like, consider, like, if you want to have a whole build built around it or not. Yeah, the Black Knight weapons are awesome, though, no doubt. Like, they are worthy of belonging to these guys. I still never get over how much I love the sound of Black Knight deaths. It's just like... It just sounds like there's just this massive release of energy and power. Like, just flooding out. It's awesome. Oh look, a game where poise works. Right. We're gonna do the cool thing where you get to see the reveal of Halkite from the opposite direction. Because it's pretty cool. You usually don't see that. Usually you see him coming up when you're coming up the stairs. In this case, you're gonna get to see him normally, like from behind. That's not normally, that's the backwards way. God, it's been a long day. Go see Havel. I can do it. I did it last time when I was playing last night by myself. I just abused the shit out of, like, chaining backstabs. He'll whoop my ass, though, if he even touches me. But you know what? Who am I to say no to a viewer request? I'll go see Havel. I got to the Undead Burg without triggering Halkite by going through Darkroot. New Londo with the Master Key, into Valley of Drakes, into Darkroot Basin, into Darkroot Garden, Undead Parish, and then backwards into Undead Burg. So right now the bridge is completely clear. But that will not last, because Halkite will arrive in just a hot moment. I think. Well, that's embarrassing, Halkite. He was supposed to come in backwards, but he's not. He kind of gave up. That's sad. I was gonna, like, show you guys the reverse reveal and everything, but I'm gonna kill the Halkite later on, though. He's way too fucking hard early game. Like, even though I could totally take on Havel right now, Halkite with that fucking fire breath, forget about it.
Well now, You seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for salt.
Dude, game's like having a fit right now.
Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave.
Remind me who Meteor is. I'm blanking out on that right now. I know the name sounds familiar, but I can't fucking remember it. Oh, pro streamer? Me? No, not at all. I'm just an artist, filmmaker. And I used to make a lot of content on YouTube. Used to do like Let's Plays and like rants and food reviews and shit like that. That's right, that's what he is. Ring City was like, I don't know, I know a lot of people loved it, but I wasn't into it. I felt like it was like level design and visually it was amazing, but I feel like it was way too like ridiculous with the difficulty, like way too cheap. Like some of the shit in that was just stupid hard for no reason. But yeah, I'm a filmmaker, performance artist. I've got a performance and showing going on tomorrow that I'm super excited about. It's gonna be for the opening of a brand new local horror art gallery. And, yeah, dude, it's gonna fucking blow some people away, I think. Yeah, there's definitely audio delay. I don't know what's going on with that. I think it's because, the game was not happy that I tried to go through Hellkite in reverse. Maybe if I just do this, maybe it'll calm its tits. It's like trying to like figure out if it should trigger Hellkite or not. It's like in a loop. Hellkite, there we go. Shame we couldn't see him in reverse like I wanted to show you guys, but at the very least, I didn't even fix the audio. Oh well. It kind of did. Oh well. Yeah, the Dark Souls 3 DLCs, the difficulty wasn't like unbeatable. But I felt like a lot of people like were saying like the DLCs were really, really good for Dark Souls 3. I really was not into Ashes of Ariandel, and Ringed City to me just like took it like it was just kind of some of the stuff in there was stupid, man. Like those big motherfuckers who could summon like ghost armies and shit. Like, dude, that was crummy as fuck. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still saw it through. But I thought it was crummy. Gale's amazing. Absolutely. No two ways about it, he's an incredible fight. I'm gonna get ganked on. Nameless King's pretty nasty. I don't know if I'd say he's the most difficult, but I would definitely say he's a nasty fight. Mainly because he's a two-phaser. And it's, like, it's enough of a pain to, like, get him to just him. Like, the dragon's easy enough, but, like, the adjudicators, yeah, they were crummy. Alright, so we are going to loop back around to Firelink, but as per viewer request, Havel will be the last thing we face before signing off tonight, and we will not stop until Mr. Havel the Rock is dead. It will require multiple attempts. This is entirely true. but we will do it. Because I have done it before, and I will do it again. Pyromancer's the easy button in Souls, but I can't blame anyone for taking that out. Nameless King knows how to make a fucking entrance, no doubt about that. And he's just badass in general, because he's just fucking savage. Guy doesn't give a shit. Yes, of course. Kind of ruined the Solaire fan theory, but whatever. Kind of worth it. Also, let's reinforce that Estus flask.
Ah, hello there. I have your reward. Please, accept it.
Giving me a fucking sunlight metal motherfucker.
I am grateful to you for freeing me. Not enough for you? Well, let's not be greedy now.
I would, but I choose to... I prefer to see his quest line all the way through so I can invade him in Anor Londo.
By the lords, your face. Your humanity is really slipping, but there are methods. Most fools have...
Well, Solaire doesn't have to die.
when they know
Onion
what
Bro,
to do
though.
with. Now, who do you imagine will make the best use of it? You again. What is it? Our futures are murky. Let's not be...
Yeah, I prefer to invade him in Anor Londo. It's just, it's more badass to me. You get more souls out of it, and you get more benefit from it. Even though you could get the FAP ring right away. By just, like, pushing that cunt off. And he damn well deserves it. Like, when I first played and I saved Solaire from, like, losing his mind, I chose to summon him for the final boss. Like, I didn't need his help. Like, I could have whooped Gwyn's ass halfway to Sunday, but I chose to summon him for it because it just felt right, because he was been such a bro throughout the entire game. I wanted to have him by my side for it. Dude, no one likes Blight Town. It's fucking disgusting. The only reason we're going down here is because this is the quickest way to the the safest Havel bonfire. Because you can use the bonfire in Undeadburg to get to him, but I prefer using the. I'm trying to remember what happened. I'm trying to remember Sigurd's quest line in Dark Souls 3. I'm trying to remember, like, you first meet him in the Undead Village area, and then you help him with the demon. Oh, that's right, to kill Yorm, that's right. I was blanking on it. Yeah, to kill Yorm. He doesn't have to die when you kill Yorm, though. He can survive. But once he kills Yorm, he just kind of is like, I'm done. And he just kind of gives up. No reason for him to exist anymore. But he can die in the fight, too, which is sad. No way. Oh, that was safe. I do think that having him show up to kill Yorm is a great moment. Because honestly, I severely dislike the Yorm boss fight without him. It just is lame. For as cool as Yorm looks. I swear to God, if that dragon comes in here, I'm gonna shit my own ass. You're probably wondering, Sora, why did you unequip all of your fucking gear? And that's because Havel is a one-hit kill. It doesn't matter if you've got all your armor or a shield up. You will get crushed by the Dragon Tooth. So might as well ditch the equipment and be able to move faster. It doesn't matter, like, if you have all of your armor on or not. You're gonna get crushed by the Dragon Tooth. So fuck the equipment and have the speed on your side. Yeah, the Twin Princes were definitely easy. Just, sometimes the RNG could screw you over a little bit. Yeah, this is probably, I think, a little longer of a run to get to him than going through the Undead Burg, but it's far safer. Alright, let's see how this goes. I'm not even mad. I am not even mad. It's like something out of a goddamn cartoon. Just like open the door and... It's okay, that's not gonna happen again. The key to beating Havel early on is to, like, abuse the game and cheese the fucking backstabs. And I have not used Quailag's sword, actually. Oh no! Oh no. Havel, are you fucking broken? Sir? Oh, there we go. I was worried for a second. I love how he looks around right before you shove it up his back. He's just like, oh, what's going on? Huh? Viewer request fulfilled. Havel is dead. And yes, this is. Let's see. I'll go up here. I'm just gonna go up and rest at the Undead Burg bonfire and then call it a night. Oh, no, not at all. It's the full game. Yo, what the fuck? Oh, just that piece of armor that's sticking out looks hella weird. There we go. It's better. I'm just happening to call it quits right now because I have to get up early tomorrow, and we've been at this for quite a few hours. And I need my sleep because tomorrow's going to be a long, long day. Well, not that long, but it's going to be a long day. Don't embarrass yourself, Sora. You took out Havel in a single try, notwithstanding that embarrassing knock knock smash. Don't die to hollows. You're gonna regret that. I'm just gonna bum rush this part. Well, actually, these guys, yeah. These guys have to go. That guy up there is just being an annoying asswipe. He doesn't have to die, but he's gonna die. That was like the best Havel run I've ever had, though. Like, theoretically one try and I had him. That's pretty awesome. I mean, granted, it wasn't very fair to him, but, you know. Ow. I am not going to say whether or not I got it legit. That's a question that I will plead the fifth on. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this evening's stream. We will continue probably Sunday night, maybe Monday night. Same place. I don't know about same time, because I can never plan for things in my life. I know I've got a busy day tomorrow that's going to be very full. And Saturday I work, so... Sunday, I don't know what Sunday looks like. We'll see. But thank you for everyone who came out. Yeah, it's... What time is it here for me? It's 11:40. At this rate, I can maybe get, 6.5 hours of sleep. We'll see. Like I said, got a lot of shit going on tomorrow, so gotta sleep up. But thank you so much to everyone who came out and joined me. I've seen a lot of new faces here, new people I've spoken to. You guys are really cool. Hope to see you guys again next time. Hope to see you around. Take care, have a great one, and thank you for joining me. Farewell. Where the fuck is my mouse? Oh, here it is. Laters.